Hey there, welcome to Hiker Homily. And it's the day after Father's Day, so happy belated Father's Day to any of you out there. And that includes any of you single moms out there who are out there doing it on your own. You get Father's Day too. So here's what's going on. I know last week we didn't have a Hiker Homily, and that's because I had just come back from the Lost Coast Trail, and that was quite a grueling. And in keeping with tradition, of course, we've got the wind coming through right now, just as I started shooting. How do you like that? You got to have these traditions, you know. But yeah, I had just come back from the Lost Coast Trail, and that was a pretty grueling trail. So I needed a couple of days to recuperate. Came back with a lot of great footage. I have already posted day one of that. We talked a little bit about how hard that was, and day two will be coming up soon, now that I have some time to put all this stuff together and actually edit it, because it's one thing to get out there and do it and take some neat footage and have these experiences. It's another thing when you get it all back home and pile it on my little laptop computer and try and get it all edited and stuff like that. So I'm working to do that. But that's why there was no Hiker Homily last week. Is I was kind of recuperated, and by the time I kind of got recuperated from that, and it took, like by Tuesday I was ready to start doing other things and moving around. I was a little sore, but other than that, it was cool. There's a bunch of other stuff going on, and then with the family and things like that. I'm a committed dad. I have things that I want to get going. My daughter's home from college. My son is active in training for cross country. My wife is teaching some summer school, so there's just a lot of stuff going on that I'm involved in and help out with, and getting people to different things. So I didn't get a Hiker Homily done. I did get a day one edited for and posted for Lost Coast Trail. Day two's coming hopefully tonight, as I'm shooting this on Monday morning. Hopefully by tonight I'll have this Hiker Homily ready and edited and posted, and I'll have another day of the Lost Coast Trail. And then shortly thereafter, though, on Friday of last week, we jumped in our truck and our van and joined family up at Lake Jenkinson, which is up by Pollock Pines, California, getting up into the Sierra, the high foothills, almost Sierra Mountains. And there's a place there called the Sly Park Recreation Area. We went camping, so I changed gears from backpacking to car camping, and had a car camping weekend that we just got back from last night for Father's Day. So then here we are on Monday. So busy. But I did get some cool stuff. I got a little hike in at Lake Jenkinson to their waterfalls that are there, and that's kind of cool. I got some shots of that, and I will be sharing that either in a future Hiker Homily or on a mini, little, hike report or something like that about their trails that they have there. And this weekend coming up, we're going to be going down, my wife and kids and I are going to be going down to visit some family she has down in the Central Coast area, which means a Morro Bay trip. It's one of my wife and I's favorite little towns down there on the coast of California, so we're going to be doing that, and I might do a little road trip video, or at least get some shots for, a little Hiker Homily talk about what Morro Bay is, and just a little bit of talk about that. It's just kind of fun. It's a great little town. And then shortly after that, I will be doing a Boy Scout backpacking trip up to Bear Lake. So a lot of things in rapid succession here through the summer, so that's been keeping me busy, and that is why we have skipped 1 week of Hiker Homily. It's kind of like, last year I kind of did that too. When you're on family vacations and stuff like that, I just don't, and I'm away from home for an extended period of time. Like last summer, we were gone for a couple of weeks as we took my daughter across country to go to college, and just were gone. I didn't get a whole lot of stuff actually posted while we were gone. Then I came back with a bunch of footage that I eventually put into a road trip video and stuff, or several road trip videos actually, but nothing right away as I was out there. And that's just kind of how it is. It's it's summertime. I want to get out there. I want to be active. This is a channel about hiking for health, but that means I can't really to sit around editing video all the time to get that content out all the time, a couple of times a week, that kind of thing. It's just not that kind of channel right now. In the wintertime, I can kind of do that because I'm not out as much on the trails and things, and that's when I do a lot of my gear reviews and other types of stuff like that. But for the summertime, I want to be active. I want to be out on the trails, and as I'm out on the trails, that takes time away from sitting down in front of a computer editing. Which, as far as I'm concerned, sorry, I like doing these videos and putting things together for you. But as far as I'm concerned, that's a good thing to be away from, sitting in front of a computer and stuff. To be out there walking the trails and having a good time. So I'm getting out there in the world because it's summertime, and that's one of the reasons why we didn't get a hiker homily last week, and that we're putting some stuff together, and why this week's hiker homily is going to be a short one like this, just me telling you what's going on. No actual hiker topic again. We just got lots of stuff going on, lots of footage coming out. So hopefully this week, tonight, I'm hoping to get day 2 of Lost Coast done, and I am hoping to get like day 3 or maybe even 4 as well finished by the end of the week and posted before we head out of town to head to Morro Bay. If I don't, then I'll get it next week, but I will definitely get day 2 done, so that'll be half the Lost Coast trip. I'm hoping to get the whole Lost Coast thing edited. And other than that, that's what's going on. I'll just keep taking footage and getting content out there when I can get it. I plan on hopefully still getting something posted once a week, whether it's hiker homily or whatever trip I have taken recently and things like that. Trying to get things out there at least once a week if I can. It's just a matter of how I can edit. But hey, I'm still here. I'm actually doing things, and so I will have content eventually up on the channel going crazy. But for right now, I'm actually doing the stuff that creates the content. You know what I mean? So that's hiker homily for this week in mid-June. What are we at now? 18th or something like that. So of June. So thank you very much for all of you, as always, who are actually watching these videos and sticking with the channel. I really appreciate it. Always do. Any comments, as always, you can get a hold of me at the email hikingforhealthca@gmail.com, or leave a comment below in the video, or any of the videos. You can leave a comment on my Instagram or Facebook page, which is also Hiking for Health CA. And that's about it. I'm going to get back out there. As you can see, I'm sitting in front of my garden. I got some tomatoes to pick. That's going to be awesome. Garden's already, it's another hobby of mine that I have taken up, especially since I've retired, that I just really enjoy. It just really helps me recuperate mentally and even physically, just being out here in the sunshine and things like that, especially in the morning like this. Just watered the garden and stuff, so it's been fun. And so far, the garden has yielded me a yellow squash, a zucchini, bunch of little tomatoes, and some gorgeous flowers in our flower garden. We specifically planted a wildflower garden to attract the bees into the garden and stuff like that, because bees are good for your garden, if you don't know. They get everything pollinated, and that's how you get fruit and stuff. And I also have to check my apricots and my peaches. We may be picking those very soon here too. So off I go to finish some gardening, and as always, thanks a lot for sticking with me. And I'm out here in the sun, so I've got the old polarization is going. Sorry about that. I'm not trying to be cool about it. That's just my glasses do that in the sun. So thank you so much. And as always, we will see you probably, because it's summertime, you never know, next week.